Politics is show business for the ugly is an old saying that goes hand in hand with another old saying: the show must go on. Like most commercial TV and movies, the storyline for the show became stale and repetitive long ago, which is why I stopped watching most of it back during the first Bush presidency and only get mad at myself whenever I get hooked into watching the political show today. By the way, that doesn't mean I think politics and political parties are irrelevant. They're just not as important as the gospel of Jesus Christ. Today's Morning Minutes in the Bible on Throwback Thursday reaches back almost 50 years to another preacher who related the political show of his day to our study of Absalom's rebellion 3,000 years ago. Ahithophel by Robert F. Turner, from Plain Talk Magazine, July 1973. Ahithophel was a statesman and counselor of kings who enjoyed such great fame and popularity that his advice was as if a man inquired at the oracle of God, 2 Samuel 16, verse 23. But Ahithophel was an opportunist. He had been an advisor to King David until Absalom stole the hearts of the men of Israel, chapter 15, verse 6, and then he gave his allegiance to Absalom, apparently in the belief that he would overcome David. He conspired with Absalom so that David prayed, "O Jehovah, turn the counsel of Ahithophel into foolishness," chapter 15, verse 31. It was Ahithophel who advised Absalom to spread a tent upon the top of his house and go in unto thy father's concubines before all Israel, in effect to publicly insult David and ridicule decency and honor, chapter 16, verses 20 and following. This was a bit of psychological warfare. Then, as if that were not foolish enough, he seemed to forget the strong-hearted character of David and advised a military operation that promised to frighten and overcome David and bring his followers to their knees before Absalom. He was shooting for the big one now, and he had the court smiling and nodding at his brilliance, chapter 17, verse 4. But David had a friend among the court counselors who said, "The counsel that Ahithophel hath given this time is not good." He reminded them of David's strengths and the unlikeliness of catching him off guard, and he urged Absalom to personally lead a force against David. More intrigue, but that's another story, 2 Samuel 18. And when Ahithophel saw that his counsel was not followed, he saddled his donkey and arose and got him home unto his city and set his house in order and hanged himself, chapter 17, verse 23. He is the only suicide mentioned in the Old Testament, except those in warfare. He was apparently a childish, unstable person, trying to play the odds to elevate himself and feed his pride, with little regard for moral principles of right or wrong. He flashed across the pages of history, misusing his talents, dying in shame, and his name means foolish. I got the idea for this article while watching Watergate testimony. And it certainly fits today's political show as well. Thank you for watching Morning Minutes in the Bible on Throwback Thursday. Until tomorrow, this is James McClenny hoping you have a great day.